Singing while sick. Should you or shouldn't you? Let's face it, if we had to wait until we're in perfect voice, some of us would only be singing 3 days a year. I'm going to give you my 3 questions to ask yourself. And also, if you do choose to sing while ill, what do you need to do? I'm going to give you my tips and several exercises. Welcome back to another edition of Victoria's Vocal Tips. 31 years of teaching voice, 43 years of studying voice, all different styles. My students have ranged from ultra beginners all the way through advanced professionals, voice teachers, choral directors, and competition winners. I take serious vocal technique and make it simple and fun. To sing or not to sing? Just because you don't feel great doesn't mean you can't sing. Here are my 3 important questions to ask yourself. Number 1, do you have a sore throat, especially if it hurts to swallow? Number 2, do you have a hoarse voice? And number 3, do you have to add to your voice? Do you have to add extra pressure to get the tone or even the speaking voice out like this? Like that. If so, don't sing. Your vocal folds are probably irritated and may be swollen. Singing on swollen vocal folds creates problems. I've had people tell me, oh, I'm hoarse, but I can sing just fine. And they might be able to sing, but swollen vocal folds will cause laryngitis. You might lose your voice and you could be out for 2 weeks or worse. So, upper respiratory issues like the common cold, stuffy nose, post-nasal drip, as long as it's not affecting your throat, you're probably okay to sing. But of course, use your common sense. If you have a fever and you're in bed with body aches, better to just stay in bed and rest. Lower respiratory issues, meaning that it's affecting your throat, such as chest cold, coughing, having to clear your throat all the time, don't sing. So before I tell you how to sing through minor illnesses, if it's your choice, it's story time. 20 years ago, I had the lead role in an opera, and this role was difficult, and it had a lot of high notes. I woke up that morning not feeling well. I wasn't super sick, but I had really bad allergies, a lot of post-nasal drip and drainage, and I felt like I was gargling when I tried to sing. I couldn't find my voice, so to speak. So I called up the alternate because we were double cast, and I said, can you please fill in for me tonight? I don't think I can sing. And she said, well, I can't because I have to work. And I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't cancel. What about all those high notes? So, to make a long story short, I had more people tell me after the show, including other voice teachers, who said they never heard me sing more beautifully before. Can you believe it? 20 years later, I still tell the story and all my students have heard it. On the flip side, I had another experience. There was a role. I had a big audition and my heart bled for that role. I told my teacher, my heart bleeds for that role. And he said, you can't think like that. You're setting yourself up. Well, my heart still bled. Anyway, I was so sick. I had a really bad cold, chest cold, coughing, and I was home feeling sorry for myself. And then I said, just go to the audition. Just do it. So I showed up there. I could barely even, croak. Anyway, I sang my audition song, gargling like that. And I'm telling you, at the end of the audition, there were 3 judges and the pianist, and they all looked at me like this. Like, they didn't know if they should feel sorry for me or cry, or they just looked at me with disbelief, kind of like a scene from South Park. Now, in my first story, I sang through it just fine because of good technique. I hope you don't follow what I did in my second story. Victoria's tips on singing if ill. If you choose to sing, that's when you rely on your solid vocal technique, efficient vocal fold closure, clear vowels, and the ring and ping of the voice to give you that blade or cut that will give you carrying power without pushing. The last thing you ever want to do when you're sick is beef up the voice, sing louder, and push. So again, that efficient vocal fold closure, that seal, okay? Clear vowels, and the ring and ping of the voice gives you that blade so you can sing through these minor illnesses, and it will feel like the mucus just drips off. It's kind of like liquid plumber and a stopped up drain. It cuts. It helps you find that sweet spot. Watch my video on strength training for healthy singing and also on ring. I have 4 exercises that I like to do if I'm not feeling great or even if I'm coming back after being sick. Number 1, you know how much I love humming. So let's just do this. Indiscriminate pitches, just Now, of course, don't forget, space between the molars and your tongue just rests in the bed of the mouth. What you want to do is get those vocal folds to come together with ease. That's what the hum does. You want to get that stretching and thinning and agility with ease. If you feel like you can't get those vocal folds together, like there's just a lot of mucus and you can't get a clear sound, I like the gentle clicking of the vocal folds, like this. I have to do it loud first, like but you're going to do it quietly. I hope you can hear that. Like that. Just a few times. Just the touching of the vocal folds, because again, we're working toward that efficient vocal fold closure. Next, the NG siren. Your tongue resting in the bed of your mouth, making the NG with the middle of the tongue, not the back of the tongue. Again, easy, gentle exercises, and also these help give you confidence that it is possible to sing through these minor conditions. Before I forget, please try to avoid excessive clearing of the throat, this all of this banging and unproductive coughs. If you're coughing and it's productive, great, but just hacking and coughing, you're just creating all this banging and collision. That's going to make your condition worse. The great thing about humming and NG sirens is you can do them so quietly that no one will hear you. You can do this backstage. You can do this if you're sitting in the audience while people are clapping for the person before you. They're like, and I'm going, I can't tell you how many times I've done that, and it has saved my voice. Another exercise which I really like is called myroning, and this is from the Estill training program. So siren plus mouth equals myron. So we siren on NG, and we mouth the words without singing them, like this. So it bridges the siren and humming to our song. You always want to make sure that you warm up properly. And do follow Victoria's vocal warm-up formula that you can apply to any warm-up. So when you're ill, make sure that you're not applying compensatory measures to sing, like pushing, squeezing, and beefing up your voice. Find that sweet spot with ease. Trust in your 3 parts of singing to get you through. If you still have not received my 2 free ebooks, be sure to sign up in the description below and you will get your copies immediately. Also, if you still have not ordered my audio training program, Victoria's vocal exercise program, where I take you through tons of exercises and I tell you how to do them for whatever your vocal needs are. Super affordable. See the details below. It is now time for Victoria's wisdom. Know your voice and when it is okay for you to sing or when you should rest your voice if ill. If you choose to sing, be grateful for all the work you've done on building your stable technique. I hope you have enjoyed another edition of Victoria's Vocal Tips. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends, leave me some comments, leave me some thumbs up, follow me on social media, and Continue to work on your stable technique and know when it's okay to sing if you're ill or when you should rest. And I look forward to seeing everyone again very soon.